A few months ago, Microsoft sent me an invitation to install Windows 10 when it was available, and on July 29th, it was available. I installed it, and since I do a lot of 4K videos, Microsoft Windows 10 was not able to play any 4K videos. Later, I was to find out that this is a preliminary version of Windows 10, and that the real Windows 10 will be available in the fall of 2015. The next day, on the 30th of July, I uninstalled Windows 10. You're allowed to do that for the first 30 days. So the first 30 days you're allowed to go back to your previous operating system, and that's what I did. And so, but when I did go back, it would not allow me to update unless I installed Windows 10 first. So all my future updates were unavailable until I installed Windows 10. Now, that's a little bit crazy. Also, when you install Windows 10, it asks you for an express installation. You don't want to do that. You're giving away all your privacy rights if you do an express installation with Windows 10. They're allowed to come into your computer, check your personal files, and if requested by the authorities, hand them over. Now, the strange thing about this is that they have access to your personal files. I've never heard of anything like this, and it's something new with Windows 10 where they can go in and access your personal files anytime they like. And should the authorities want those files, they by law have to turn them over. But just the mere fact that they can go in and without your knowledge and look at your personal files leaves me a little bit unhappy. And also the ability not to play the 4K files. You'd think that Windows 10 was an upgrade, but in fact it's a downgrade for me, especially since I shoot a lot of 4K. And also, you're left with residuals. Once you install that, there's things that would prevent you from upgrading, updating your Windows 8 or 8.1 or 7, because it leaves programs in there that unless you install Windows 10, it won't allow your computer to update. Also, it has a pop-up that keeps coming up, install Windows 10. Now, just last night, it didn't have the ability to X out. It was just there permanently. So I went looking on the internet for a way to solve this problem, and there is a way to get around this. I'll be right back. Dealing with the pop-up situation where it keeps asking you to install Windows 10 becomes very annoying. And so I found a way on the internet to get around this problem. What you have to do is you go to Updates, and in the lower left-hand corner, there is an update window that you can open to show all your updates. Now, each update has a number on it, and the number we're looking for is this one right here. So this is the pop-up window for Windows 10, and what you want to do is type in at the top of the update window this number. It'll bring it up, right-click it, uninstall it. Now, that's not going to get rid of it. What'll happen is the very next day, you'll get a notice from Microsoft that it wants you to update. You have important updates. So what it does is it disguises this number, says it's an important update, and it shows it in the update window. What you want to do then is right click that and then click hide. So then it won't bother you anymore. So my experience with Windows 10 has been not good, and I would strongly advise anybody that wants Windows 10 to wait until the fall this year when they come out with their the full version of Windows 10. Right now it's a preliminary. They wanted to release the Windows 10 program in time for school, back to school, and so they rushed it through, but they didn't include many of the features that they needed to. So it's a preliminary Windows 10, and you're going to be unhappy with it. So anyhow, wait till the fall, then you can install the real Windows 10. And whatever you do, at the time that you want to install Windows 10, do not go for the express settings, because you relinquish all your privacy rights by going with the express settings. You go through and check off what you want. Read it carefully, because Microsoft is digging into your privacy, and they shouldn't be. So anyhow, that's what I have to say about Windows 10, and hope you enjoyed this video. Bye now.